Absolutely. Below is a complete host-ready script for your video titled The Social Security Menu for Benefits. It is structured for delivery on camera, flows naturally, includes smooth transitions, and keeps authority without sounding scripted. No channel or host names are mentioned. All right, today we're diving into something that most people misunderstand about Social Security. When people talk about claiming Social Security, they usually say things like, take it at 62, always wait until 70. Full retirement age is the only smart move. But here's the truth. That advice depends entirely on which benefit we're talking about. And most people don't realize there isn't just one Social Security benefit. There's a menu. Today we're breaking down the 4 major benefits that matter most in retirement. We're covering your own retirement benefit, spousal benefits, ex-spousal benefits, survivor benefits. By the end of this video, you'll understand what might be on your Social Security menu and why timing decisions are not one size fits all. Let's start with the foundation. 1. Your own retirement benefit, your PIA. Everything in Social Security starts with one number, your primary insurance amount, or PIA. Your PIA is what you're entitled to receive at your full retirement age, typically somewhere between 66 and 67, depending on your birth year. It's calculated using your highest 35 years of earnings, adjusted for inflation. If you don't have 35 years of work history, they plug in zeros, which lowers your average. That's important, because this PIA number becomes the anchor for almost every other benefit calculation. Now here's where timing comes in. If your full retirement age is 67, you can file as early as 62. If you do, you'll receive about 70% of your PIA. If you wait until 70, you could receive 124% of your PIA. And it doesn't increase just yearly, it increases monthly. So technically, you have dozens of possible filing points between 62 and 70. That's why blanket advice doesn't work. The question isn't, should I take it at 62 or 70? The question is, what does your PIA look like, and how does timing impact your lifetime income? Now let's expand the menu. 2. Spousal benefits when you're married. If you are currently married, you may be entitled to something beyond your own benefit. You may be eligible for a spousal benefit. Here's how it works. At full retirement age, you can receive up to 50% of your spouse's PIA if that amount is higher than your own benefit. Let's say your spouse has a PIA of $3,000. You have a PIA of $1,000. At full retirement age, you could receive $1,500, which is 50% of their PIA, instead of your own $1,000. Now here's something important. Spousal benefits are based on your spouse's PIA, not what they're actually collecting. If your spouse took benefits early, that does not reduce your 50%. If they waited until 70, that does not increase your 50%. It is always based on their PIA. Now, there are rules. Your spouse must have filed for their own benefit before you can collect a spousal benefit. And if you file early, your spousal amount gets reduced, just like your own benefit. Another key point, spousal benefits do not grow past full retirement age. There are no delayed credits like there are on your own benefit. So waiting until 70 doesn't increase your spousal benefit, only your own. That's where strategy comes in. And now let's add complexity. Ex-spousal benefits, divorced but married 10 plus years. If you were married for at least 10 years and you are now divorced, you may still qualify for spousal benefits based on your ex-spouse's record, even if they have remarried, even if you haven't spoken in 20 years. Here's what most people don't know. Your ex does not need to have filed yet as long as they are eligible to file, and your benefit does not reduce theirs. You are not taking from them. The government simply uses their PIA as the formula to calculate your benefit. Again, the maximum is 50% of their PIA at your full retirement age. And just like regular spousal benefits, filing early reduces it. Waiting past full retirement age does not increase it. Now here's where people get tripped up. If you remarry before age 60, you lose access to divorced spousal benefits. If you remarry after 60, you may still retain access to certain benefits, especially survivor benefits, which brings us to the 4th category. 4. Survivor benefits when timing really matters. Survivor benefits are often the most powerful and the most misunderstood option on the menu. If your spouse passes away, you may be eligible for up to 100% of what they were receiving or were eligible to receive. This is not 50%. This is not based strictly on PIA. It is based on what they were collecting or could have collected at the time of death. And here's the critical part. The decisions your spouse made before passing away impact what you receive. If they filed early and locked in a reduced benefit, your survivor benefit may be reduced as well. If they delayed and earned delayed credits, you may benefit from that higher amount. Now here's where strategy explodes. You can claim survivor benefits as early as age 60, and unlike spousal benefits, survivor benefits can be switched. For example, you could take survivor benefits at 60, then switch to your own benefit at 70 after it grows to 124%. Or you could take your own at 62, then switch to survivor benefits at full retirement age. That flexibility does not exist within spousal benefits. And this is where most blanket advice completely breaks down, because survivor benefits are a different pasture entirely. Why this matters. So let's step back. When someone says, always wait until 70, or take it as early as possible, you now understand that advice depends entirely on, are you married? Were you married? How long were you married? Is your spouse alive? What is your PIA? What is their PIA? Who earned more? What ages are you both? This is not a simple decision. It is a menu, and most retirees don't even know what's on theirs. Final takeaway. Before making any decision about when to claim Social Security, 1. Know your PIA. 2. Identify which of these 4 benefits apply to you. 3. Understand how timing impacts each one differently. 4. Don't assume the same rule applies to every benefit type, because it doesn't. And the wrong assumption can cost you tens, sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars over a lifetime. If this breakdown helped you, drop the word menu in the comments. That tells me you made it all the way through, and you understand that Social Security isn't one benefit, it's 4, and timing matters differently for each. Next, we'll break down how to calculate your break-even age and why growth changes everything. I'll see you there.